Hello everyone, this is going to be a bit of a different video because I've kind of been hyper-fixated on all this bricks and minifig stuff that's been going on. And I still can't believe what's happening. I just can't, because no logical person, in my opinion, without a humiliation kink would continue doing this. Especially after admitting they had the guy's property and wouldn't return it. They've admitted it multiple times, and they still won't return it. They say, hey, come to the table, maybe we'll discuss it, and we might drop our lawsuit against you. Lawsuit for fucking what? RICO? I highly doubt that'll stick. Unjust enrichment? Honestly, you guys are just digging yourselves a deeper hole, because even if this takes years, many, many years, there is so much evidence of this company admitting they knowingly had this guy's stuff. What sort of fucking leg do they have to stand on? And the idea that they're trying to go after the GoFundMe for unjust enrichment or some other bullshit. We, as a people, are giving this money to this guy. This is not a company. This is not an investment. We're getting together because, guess what? We think you fucked him over. And if we think you're gonna try to get our money that we willingly gave to him, you're out of your fucking minds. I don't know the legal precedent for any of this, but it seems incredibly not only petty, corrupt, shitty, non-Mormon kind of thing to do. I don't even really collect Legos. I think I have my 2 Nightwings. That's like it. See, right there. I got those. And I think I have a Joker as well. But I'm not really a Lego collector, but I do collect other things, as you can see behind me. So I thought it best to film, here. It just makes me furious because they have no proof that Bryan paid any of these people. They have no proof that he's made any actual, physical or harmful threats against anybody. All they have is he has proof that he sent a letter saying, give me my shit back. Not in those exact words, but he probably phrased it, his attorney probably phrased it a lot more legally than that. And they still refused. Now, I'm not going to comment on any possibly illegal or allegedly illegal stuff Ben has done, because overall I think he's doing the right thing. And I can see why he wouldn't want to get stuff involved in the first place, because, hey, if he got people involved in the first place, nothing would have really happened probably. Especially since they couldn't afford it. So, from a standpoint of the little guy taking on a huge corporation, this is doing exactly that. Oh my god. Just the audacity of Bricks and Minifigs trying to sue Bryan. I can't. I hope that if they go through with this, that they get countersued for emotional damage, physical, defamation. There's definitely defamation here somewhere, and libel probably, especially since they posted so many PR statements with Bryan's name in it. So, again, not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. This is just my own personal opinions, and as a First Amendment right, I get to voice my personal opinions no matter who fucking agrees with them or not. So, but Bricks and Minifigs, it's just absolutely insane. How can they in the same PR statement say, "Hey, yeah, we know we had some of your stuff, and we admit we had some of your stuff, but if you want it, we need you to come to the table. We need you to come to the table so we can possibly drop the lawsuit against you." How do you want to go to the good table in good faith when you already tried to fuck him over multiple times? That is like undeniable at this point. You guys have tried to screw him over at every possible point. If I was Bryan, I'd sue your company into the ground. I wouldn't stop until not a single person in that corporate office was broke. Because at this point, it seems a lot more personal than business related. Again, personal opinion. But yeah, it's just like Bryan is a victim in all of this, and them trying to make him anything else is not a good PR look. And considering that apparently Josh and Ammon were all part of a legally mine sort of thing that handles asset, like covering people's asses and assets and shit. And they go and do this. I'm pretty sure that prior job is probably what gave them this audacity in the first place. It still incredibly baffles me. Not only that, but with the police. Like, I'm glad we got the unredacted version. Thank you, the American Force Police Department, for giving us that. Because again, you guys made it readily available and, in my personal opinion, proved that the redactions you made were not up to Utah State Code. So that's going to be a fun lawsuit to watch. Not only that, but because you released the unredacted versions, a lot of people whose IDs you didn't need to get, again, personal opinion, you leaked their socials, their addresses, their birth dates, all of it. Do you know how much identity theft can ruin a person's life? Do you have any concept of that? This is gross incompetence at best, malicious intent at worst. Again, personal opinion. And it just, the more we see of the police footage, the more it seems like you guys were literally doing this just to ruin this guy's life. Just to protect Josh. Like, again, like from the videos and stuff. As far as we know, after he was trespassed, Ben never set foot on his property again. Is there some magical Utah code that prevents a person from being in a public area? Is that some sort of law I don't know of? Because last I checked, it's not illegal to be on a public sidewalk or a public road or be in a neighborhood or go up and talk to people. Last I heard, that's not illegal. Now, if he had gone onto Josh's property, yeah, arrest him. Josh has a ring cam. Josh could prove that it was Ben banging on his door and windows. Josh could prove that via ring footage, as we've seen him prove with the other ring footage he has. But no, when it comes to these threats and people coming in the middle of the night to harass him and knock on his door, apparently we don't get any of that footage. No. And just the intimidation tactics and everything used by the police. There are even other channels where officers or prior officers are calling these cops scummy. Do you realize how fucking terrible you need to be for other cops to call your shit out. I mean, if your shit's really shady, not much, but to the point where, like, faith in that police department is gone. It's just gone. When you have people using your police department as their personal Gestapo, people tend to lose trust in that police department and the people working there. Surprise. And also, when you're a corporation that tends to use the police like your personal Gestapo, people stop shopping at your stores. Guess what? None of this was anything other than caused by your own fucking actions. And again, my personal opinion, a lawyer or something might find differently. And if you actually find a lawyer to represent you, that would be hilarious. Unless they're on retainer, then I feel bad for that guy or gal or them. But just the absolute insanity. Like, between all the changing stories and everything else going on, there were so many parts where Bricks and Minifigs could have said, oh, hey, yeah, we had this guy's stuff. We don't know where it is, but to make us look good, we'll pay him for it. We'll pay him for the records we're missing. They could have done that from the very start. But as soon as Bryan went to a doctor and started getting treated for, like, anxiety and stuff like that, guess what? That's emotional damage last I checked, and a lawyer can clarify that. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but last I heard you can sue for emotional damage on top of everything else. And if you think this guy hasn't been through emotional damage, then you're honestly stupid. Like, I want to use a word that's not appropriate to use anymore for the level of stupid you are. I'm not going to because that word is awful. But that is how badly y'all fucked up. Like, absolute insanity. Now, I was going to put a screenshot up because I looked at LinkedIn to check out this Kai McAllister person, and as of, I believe it was Friday, he had his professional position at Bricks and Minifigs. I don't know if he got hacked or not, but he had it set to scammer of Legos. Of course, since then it's been taken down. But yeah, I just find it funny that someone, like, if anybody has a screenshot of that, I would love it. But yeah, for a while, apparently Kai McAllister on LinkedIn had his job title changed. Again, not sure if he did it to try to be funny or if someone hacked him, but just the fact that for a bit it said, like, scammer of Legos as his job position, I find funny. And if nobody has, like, pics or it didn't happen, then who knows? I might have hallucinated the entire thing, but I do have a cooperating witness, so I'm pretty sure I didn't hallucinate. Oh, this is so crazy. As a person who used to live in Utah, as a person who has lived in small towns in Utah, yeah, this, like, everybody's been saying Mormon Mafia, yeah, 100,000% yes. 100,000 billion. Like, you don't randomly drop your religion and shit to the cops to report someone harassing you. That just doesn't exactly feel right to me. And then the officers admitting that they know the person who said, oh, hey, these guys are talking about stolen Legos. Of course they're talking about stolen Legos. You guys have been investigating this goddamn case. You know they would be talking about stolen Legos because that's what they're doing there in the first place. They're trying to get the stolen Legos back. Of course they'd be talking about it. The entire premise of them going for a no arrest search warrant, according to Legal Eagle, going to that property and then immediately detaining and arresting everyone and reading them their rights. I don't know what's going to happen, but everybody at American Fork, I think your taxes are about to go way up because there are so many lawsuits I see in the future, not of just like constitutional violations, but of just the cops generally lying. Like knowingly lying on official paperwork and for official reasons to do things. Absolute madness. And everybody's like, it's only one bad apple. I'm sorry, there might be good cops out there, but the rest of them are ruining it for y'all. Okay? Now, I will say, some of the cops seemed pretty chill, like the one that admitted that being annoying wasn't illegal. So other cops are saying, yeah, I don't, like, if something's not illegal, like, if they're legitimately saying something's not illegal, then there's no probable cause. So there's so many, like, civil attorneys and lawyers and everything who, again, have covered this way better than I am. I am just raging at the audacity of this goddamn company to not only put out a PR statement where they try to paint themselves in the good light, but in that PR statement admitting that they found Legos they didn't know of, that had stickers on that they didn't think anything of, but still set them aside, that a guy came in with an actual contract and everything. And again, Josh and Brandon have, at least Josh has, admitted on phone calls that he has them. But in the same PR statement state, we may not sue you. And also, your GoFundMe is a lot of money. The fact that they haven't withdrawn that lawsuit yet, oh boy. Because it's not unjust enrichment, you assholes. We're giving the money to him of our own free will because you're assholes. And you might know that if you knew what empathy was. You know, the thing Jesus talked about a lot. God. Still, if they go after the GoFundMe, I will happily start discussions with a lawyer to countersue to get my money back, because I don't want it going to them. That violates my choice to donate, in my opinion. So, I hope my money goes towards Bryan, and he can use it for whatever the fuck he wants. He can use it for his kids, he can use it for himself, he can use it to go to Japan for all I care. I donated my money to give to Bryan to help support him. That's it. And you can't, in my opinion, you can't state that people willingly giving their money to somebody because a giant asshole corporation fucked them is unjust enrichment. It's karma, bitch. Bye.